welcome to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwetz.
And I'm Jan-Erik Franke. Very warm welcome.
And we're live from the CTV studios in Wellington, Florida. And this is semifinal day, Jan. We love the semifinals. You know how that is. And so we're going to take you to the Grand Champions Polo Club, where we're going to have our first semifinal of two. Remember, doubleheader for you. So immediately after the game, as quick as we can move our crews over to Field 1, we'll have our second semifinal of the day here in the 2023 World Polo League Triple Crown of Polo. Jan, let's meet the players.
Indeed, Dale, as you were saying, very much anticipated. Now, of course, if you're watching the broadcast, you know that we've been caught out by some torrential rain yesterday. So once again, we apologize for the slight delay. Remember, these games were supposed to be coming your way yesterday, but now the sun is out. The players are out, as you can see on the field. Audi, 26 goals against Globalport, 26 goals. Audi, of course, with Mark Ganzi, the Cobra, at number 1. Then the first of our 3 10-goalers on this first semi-final. Hector Castagnola at number 2, playing off 10 goals. Gonzalito Pierres, the 9-goaler at number 3. And Paco de Narvaez, one of the strongest 6-goalers you will ever see, playing at number 4. Globalport with Mikey Romero coming in off 0 goals, and then 2 back-to-back 10 goals. Polito Pierres at number 2, Sapo Cassette at number 3, and Facundo Obregon, another one of those strong 6-goal players. So you really could not ask for a stronger, a better lineup for this, the first of our 2 semi-finals of the Triple Crown 2023. And as you were saying just now, Dale, right after this game, the second semi, Dazos Lafay will be taking on defending champions Pampa Norte Biotricity, and that, of course, will also be coming on your screens right after this game here on CTV Sports for the final then, which is scheduled for this coming Saturday, so a day after tomorrow, for the big final of the Triple Crown 2023.
Yeah, you couldn't ask for a better lineup here, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens here, because you have the 2 26-goal teams playing against each other in the semis, and then they have a 23 and a 22-goal team playing against each other in our second semifinal. So the final, there's going to be some goals given up, and we're going to see the power. It's all going to be brought out, and that final will really stand out this year for the Triple Crown of Polo. So here we go as they take this one down and controlled here by Hector Castagnola, trying to get away here. You see he's getting a little help there from Paco de Narvaez, cleaning it up. And you're going to get the full 4-player rotation here by Audi early, because the Cobras once, Cobras twice, and that is the best defensive play you're going to see. Is that's the way you steal the ball and get the back shot away. Open Polo, inside, outside. Hector's going to pick it up on the little gray pony. A lot of action here early in the first minute of this game. This is going to be a shot on goal, and our first shot, and just wide to the right.
Well, no surprise to see these 2 teams, of course, coming out very quickly, very strong. Let us also just remind you, our 2 mounted umpires, our officials out there, are Esteban Ferrari and Gaston Dorignac. And as always, field side, Mr. Steve Lane. Good morning to you, Steve. As Dale was just saying, the first shot on goal and the first cheeky little steal here, but there was a whistle on that play, so that won't happen. Oh, beg your pardon, I stand corrected. It's not Gaston Dorignac, it is Mr. Horton Schwartz. Schwartz. Okay.
Yeah, you know, Schwartz.
Yep.
So we have Horton. Yeah, it was 2 of our 2 top umpires here. We have our first penalty of the day there, where you just get a little right-of-way violation. But I like this is they're trying to get steals done here early, and I think we're going to see a lot of that today. Yeah, and you're going to see a lot of plays that we might have not seen. Teams taking chances. That's what I think. It's going to be one of those days in both games. So it should be fun to watch.
So are you saying then, Dale, that today, because we've been waiting and waiting, that today we might see the first 2-point conversion?
We might see the 2-point conversion, but I definitely mean when I say chances, is definitely more on steals and making offensive plays. I wouldn't be surprised, if we do. We won't see. You might see. Remember that 2-point conversion from center field at the end of a game. If a team is down by a couple goals and they have a penalty 4, 3 or 2, they can elect to take it back to the penalty 5.
Exactly.
So we might see that today, too. So there are going to be tight games. All these teams match up very well.
Here we go then, still no score, but already a very high level of pace being displayed here by both teams. And Dale, I'm pretty sure you'll agree with me that in order for that, as you were predicting, that I'm very much on the same page as you. We are probably going to see two very offensively minded teams coming out here. As you can see once again, Hector Castagnola, he's working that ball nicely, taking it down. In comes Tengola Sapo Cassette, steals it. Hector not happy with that, a little deflection. He wants that ball back. He's got, well, he had another young man by the name of Polito Pierres there trying to come and put a fly in the ointment. Hector not able to open those shoulders. Does the switcheroo. He's got Narvaez going the other way. Now he gets a chance to take a shot on goal. And that, Dale, will be the first goal of the semi-final, courtesy of Hector Castagnola.
And once again, you remember when we were talking about that? I got to talk to Hector about this, because every time it looks like a guy's blocking him, he hits it right off the tail of that horse. It goes down. Watch this. You're going to get a good angle here with the drone. Watch. It looks like he's going to get blocked here by Overgone, or actually by, look at right there, like he's getting blocked by Overgone, but he uses the player almost to line him up, knowing that if he doesn't hit the player, the ball's going in the goal. He's been doing it all season. Unbelievable, man. The kid's got an amazing shot.
So, ball's back in play. Here we go then, and I've just picked up on that. You can see the man with the number 4 just now here on the ball. He also has a blue helmet. That, of course, is for Kundo Obregon. He's got the darker of the two blues. Sapo Cassette, he's the man with a slightly lighter blue helmet playing for Globalport. Here we go then. Castagnola picking up that ball again. But over on the far side, there seems to be a bit of an issue there. Mark Ganzi. Now Castagnola coming up to talk to Esteban Ferrari. What happened on that play?
Yeah, they come together here. They spin around. Let's see, back shot down the boards here. And then you get a ride-off, and then right there, see how you can kind of get blocked. And so that's where you're going to get the whistle there. So Mark got caught there. They're going to use the courtesy change. We'll see what they decide to do. It's kind of a weird play because, you know, you have one player turning, and it looked like that Polito did make a play. Now, was he blocking him on the next play? I guess the umpire's going to say that. So it's a tricky play. Let's see what they do. They'll probably take a look at it because there is contact. Remember the triggers. We are using a challenge system today. Both teams will receive one challenge per half. And that's going to that'll give, they got to use it or use it. Remember, you cannot carry a challenge over into the second half. You need to use it in the first half and then use your second half if you like to. And then, of course, the triggers. The umpires use triggers when the ball goes through a goal. They can check to see if the goal is in or out. They can check to see if the ball goes out of bounds, over an end line, over the sideline, anywhere out of bounds, and to make sure who gets possession of that ball. They also can check anytime you get two-legged athletes that come together on a hard hook or a ride-off up, or bumping shoulder to shoulder. And then also when 2 four-legged athletes come together, like right now where you had, and no, it doesn't matter the speed, but where you had Mark and you had Polito kind of blocking each other, making contact, to see the play. They can send that, and they can check for any unsportsmanlike conduct. And, of course, the World Polo League, Grand Champion Polo Club, Aspen Valley Polo Club, we have designed the umpire trigger where when the umpires disagree on a call, it'll go to our IRO/third man Steve Lane.
Here we go then with a hit from the spot after that little situation. And you are right, Dale, it was a blocking foul. So a quick penalty from the spot in favor of Globalport, taken by Obregon. And now Sapo Cassette trying to get another piece of it. So is the number 2, Polito Pierres. But Audi quickly untangling themselves. And over on the far side, look at that, going up for the pass. Well, Ganzi was trying to feed that pass up to Gonzalito Pierres. Remember, we've got 2 Pierreses out there, Polito and Gonzalo. Not happy with himself there. This was the pass that he was trying to tee up there for the number 3, Gonzalito. And then it all went a little bit pear-shaped.
Yeah, and it's just bad luck here. The Cobra's just, he just hit the ball to the inside. He's on a breakaway. It's early on, man. It's first chukker. People still getting warmed up. Cobra's on the move. You can see it was a miss hit to the inside. 9 times out of 10, when you got a player following you, he's going to have the lesser angle. That's all it is. He went for it, though. He reaches out for it. You might as well go for it here. I mean, I don't think they're going to move the ball because there's no possession. They'll leave it from the spot. Now, they are in range here. These guys have been good from 100, 120 yards, every team. So, let's see. It looked like they went for a good tee here, so Paulito might go for it. Here comes Perez.
Oh, yes, that's high, but is it straight? It's exceptionally high. Oh, what a
Well,
great...
you might see one from center today. You might get your wish because the way Paulito Perez hit that one, I mean, he still needs a good 10 or 15 yards, though. Now, that might have been hit a little too high from center, but he put that on a good tee and a wonderful shot there just off to the outside.
Here we go then. Knocked in by Castagnola, picked up straight away by Gonzalito Pierres. The rotation again working quite well as Paco goes up. A little backhand shot. Now then, Ganzi up against Cassette, leaves it behind for Gonzalito. Gonzalito with a nice little chip shot. This could be I was going to say a shot on goal by Hector Castagnola, but it will be with the number 4, Facundo Obregon, to try and clear things up there deep in his own half. Here we go then. Globalport on the move, out to the far side, looking for and finding Paulito Perez.
Yeah, they were just going back and forth now. Now it's just each team trying to figure each other out, Yan. Two very powerhouse teams. I'm sure in both of their meetings, they were waiting to make sure their defense was strong. Don't give the breakaway play away. Don't get a team too loose. And that's what we're seeing right now.
Yeah, still, as you said, Dale, still a little bit patchy. Not quite both of these teams yet finding their rhythm. I'm sure the adrenaline will still be very much a key factor in this opening chukker, coming up to just under 2 minutes now to play. But apart from that one goal that we saw, it is still very open. You couldn't really say that either of these two teams are dominating, as a lot of it's taking place here in midfield. Again, Audi trying to launch another offensive play. The Cobra trying to fish that one out of the air. Turned around by Obregon, left behind for Pierres.
Yeah, like you said, and even both teams still trying to get their shots down. You're seeing a lot of shots that are a little short on the passes and things like that, So everybody just getting a rhythm, man. Just trying to figure out where a hole is. Trying to get the rhythm moving. Gonzalito now. He's going to get blocked right here. And that's going to be an easy call. And this is going to be trouble because you're going to get a goal shot penalty out of this. They're going to move that one. I would think you'll move it all the way. They'll move it down to a 60. Here comes Gonzalito around the corner. And you'll see this ball as it comes straight. You see right there, blocked by the green player and then stolen by Sapo. So, Sapo was thinking he was, but, you can't come in front. So we'll see now. Now, did they have a player downfield? They might have had the Cobra down there, and if they did, you're going to get a 3 out of this. So you might get this ball moved. We will see what they decide. And it looks like they're going for usually Hetta hits the 60s and the Cobra hits the short ones. So maybe they're going with the 60. They are, right? So they're going with the penalty 4. Okay, so either or. Needed a player downfield by himself there to get that ball moved. But anything 10, 20 yards from center is going to get moved to a 60. The players know that. The umpires have been very consistent with that all season. Here comes Hetta with the penalty 4, 60-yard shot. Ooh.
And just wide. At the height, at the distance, not quite.
Oh, looks like they're calling it in.
They are?
Yeah. So they're going to go ahead and take a look at this one on a replay here. They might trigger this one. We will see. If not, they don't need to. See what they decide to do.
This will probably be the last.
No, they're going to say so. Just in.
Oh, wow. So the last.
And on the breakaway here, it looks like Sapo's going to get out. I actually like the non-call there. There's a lot of space in between them for this. Great second effort by Hetta Casanola. Who's going to get there now? It's going to be Paco. Paco, good hook and the belly shot. And looked like time is going to run out there, but I like the non-call there. And so that's going to go ahead and make it 2-0. And we'll send everybody off to get some fresh ponies. And we'll be back here for our second chukker of the 2023 World Polo League Triple Crown of Polo.
This is a championship meet. All the best jockeys in the world are here, and I'm excited to ride against them. And you get to watch some really incredible, talented athletes out there.
To us, it's a place to be in the winter.
I love Gulfstream Park because of the racing.
The palm trees, the beach is right here. The horse racing is some of the best in the country.
A lot of good horses come out of here. And if you want to go to the next level, Gulfstream Park was the place to come.
I remember the first time I came to Gulfstream, it was like this big fairy tale place. All the history. And all these great horses, trainers, jockeys. It was everything that I ever dreamed of.
Welcome back to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwetz.
And I'm Jan-Erik Frank.
And, well, Jan, here we go. 2-0 after the first chukker. You want to go through the players just one more time? We might have some new viewers who just tuned in a little late.
I'd be delighted to. Audi, Mark Ganzi at number 1. As always, the Cobra. At number 2, Hector Castagnola, playing off 10 goals, of course. Gonzalito Pierres at number 3, playing off 9 goals. And Paco Donovaez, the 6th goaler, at number 4. Globalport, they are in the green and white shirts, with Mikey Ramiro at number 1, playing off 0 goals. Then 2 10-goalers. Polito Pierres at number 2, Sapo Cosette at number 3, and Facundo Obregon at number 3. And this looks like it could be a nice run to goal here for the Cobra. Has he done enough? Is it safe? No, the ball went over the line. Just a little bit too late there for Cosette to try and clear.
Yeah, and this is what you want. It's a coast-to-coast run. You know that, right? Coast-to-coast like butter on toast, because it started with a knock-in down at the far end. We ended our first chukker with a knock-in, and then they worked it down. And this is pretty much the first rhythm play that we've seen.
Yep.
Because the first chukker, it was more of both teams figuring it out, just feeling each other out, playing a lot of defense. You know, just didn't get the same rhythm we've seen both of these teams have in their preliminary matches. And we have seen some awesome games. I mean, this Globalport team, 17 goals they scored in one game?
Yes.
I mean, unreal. So they can score goals. Here comes Sapo.
Yeah, and he gets a hook there from Castagnola, but he's going to get a second chance, and that will be... Oh, it did go through. Nicely finished there. Cosette chips it over, and Polito Pierres puts up the first goal here for Globalport.
You know, once they get going, and that's one thing that you need to have. You have the rhythm today with Globalport, and they know that, is this rhythm between Sapo and Polito, and it has been phenomenal to watch. And like I said, their game against Travieso scored 13 goals. And the Globalport team scored 17 goals. That is just phenomenal. And they to put up that many goals. So at any time, you got to be careful On the other side, Audi's been great too. Audi's been a goal-scoring team, scoring 12, 10, keeping it around that 13-goal mark. So both of these teams, as you said earlier, Jan, have a strong offensive attack.
Paco de Narvaez gets a piece of that. Again, the shot coming from Hector Castagnola. So Paco puts his first score on the score sheet here, making it 4-1.
And there you go, just showing you how Audi can get it done. As we have 1 goal from Mark, 2 from Heta, now 1 from Paco, which means the number 4 is involved. And once he gets involved, then their full rotation is working well. Paco having a great season, gets through there. He's a power pole player, does a phenomenal job holding down the back door.
So Audi now showing signs of really revving up that engine. There's still a bit of a sword fight going on the halfway line. Globalport coming out eventually as the victor here in this throw. And remember, those stats, as always, will be coming on your screens at the end of chukker number 3, so at halftime, and, of course, again at the end with your final match stats after chukker number 6.
Yeah, this is just bad luck here. The ball was bouncing around, and Mark just got caught. Too bad. And, on that play, because it kind of came off, if his horse doesn't kick it, they probably just let him play there. They'll play the possession. And but just bad luck. His horse kicked it, and so now you got to blow from riding in from behind. But it's kind of weird because you saw the defense in front. It's almost like the ball got kicked back to Sapo, and that's where Mark really didn't see where it was coming from. But it's going to give them a 60-yard shot. So we'll use our courtesy change. We'll get everybody on some fresh legs, and now you get Sapo. His first opportunity, and they need every one of these today. Big shooting from the penalty line. That's well hit.
Very well hit. So, Sapo Cassette picking up his first of the match as well. And they're closing in on Audi's lead, 4-2.
Yeah, once they get going, this Globalport team, man, they have been fun to watch. As I said, when you get Mikey out there pulling the team, Facundo gets on the rotation. He does a lot of work. They're going to go ahead and use kind of a double courtesy change here, which isn't a bad way to really keep it going, just because you had everybody down on one end and to shoot the penalty shot. So they allowed them to change their horses. And so Audi was out all the way at the other end. So instead of having them go down, they're just going to have them go halfway down. They'll work that sometimes. Remember, try to keep it between 45 seconds and a minute based on it's a horse time, trade, timeout. So if the players are going to get a drink of water or they need to do it quickly, it's more of a horse timeout. But if a player does need a problem, they can just get with the umpires, of course. Safety always first. So much talked about this courtesy change. I remember when people just talked bad about it. Hey, just talk straight out. It is like, they talk about, slowing the game down, is doing this 6 minutes in every game. You realize you're only adding 6 minutes to every game for the ability to save the four-legged athlete, to change the way a team can run its offense. That's one thing they've talked about. The players love the whole idea of knowing they can get off and not have to get a horse tired.
Well, not only that, Dale, 6 minutes is the worst-case scenario. A lot of these players we've seen, they're very quick. You just said 45 seconds to a minute, but very often we've seen them back within 30 seconds.
Yeah, but, but
you're right.
Harold Del Carrillo was in here the other day. He said, Dale, to save a horse's life.
Of course.
And horses only get hurt when they're tired.
Exactly.
And there you go. So it's worked out amazing, and, it's just it's great to see that it is a tournament condition with the United States Polo Association, as they're going to win the bowl in here, Audi, and it's a 1-2-3 combination, and Gonza will get his first. And look at this. Everybody on Audi scoring goals, and this is what they do, Jan.
This is exactly what they do, and once again, they've got that 3-goal cushion. Hector would have probably liked to finish that one himself. Had a little bit of a bounce. Unlucky there, but luckily for him, and that's where the positioning play is so important. You've got to back up your man, and Gonzalito Perez does exactly that. Gets the putter out and puts it through for another goal. And as you said, all 4 now at Audi on the score sheet.
Yeah, we see a lot of goals in the World Polo League scored on broken plays. You have to be careful in this league. If you have a broken play where you miss a ball, 9 times out of 10, the opposing team's going to get that ball and they're going to score a goal. They've been that consistent and that strong, and this is what I'm talking about, plays like this. Loose ball play, here comes Paco looking for the Cobra, and it'll get cleaned up here by Polito.
Now, Polito Pierres tries to control it, but he's still got Mark there with him. Mark might have once again just been the culprit here on that play. You can see he's definitely not happy, Polito Pierres.
Yeah, he comes in here this play. Let's see what happens. And they come together, and he rode through and he kicked it. I don't know, if there's a whistle on the play or not. See what they decided. I mean, Polito, he definitely might get a warning, or we'll see what happens on the twirl for sure, on the appeal. We'll see what happens here. He could get a warning on that also. And then based on whatever the foul is. So they are going to go ahead and call the ride in from behind, and he is going to get a warning on the appeal.
So from the spot then, 5B deep in their own half, quickly taken by Facundo Obregon. He's got Sapo Cassette out to his left, and that's where the pass is going to go. As you can see, Sapo just letting that ball do the work for him as he will try and send it to his next teammate. But that ball just did not have enough power. Paco de Narvaez read that well. He'll pick it up on the halfway line. Now in comes Castagnola to lend him the support if he needs it. You can see on the far side of your screen there, the Cobra going upfield. Little mistake here. Castagnola, here we go. Now remember when Mark was going, there he is, going towards goal. Left it for Castagnola, but was a new line already established?
Yeah, this is a great play by Mikey. Well done. And now you're seeing a full rotation. That's Mikey's back shot. Perfect. And you get the cross right there, get the right-of-way violation. And they'll take that one to center. So, nice back shot there. And as I said, we've seen Mikey Romero from the Philippines. Super fun guy, and he's enjoying him playing in the medium goal also, which is kind of cool. And he's playing in the 12 goal. And he plays in the front. He plays in the back. He's a full-time. He's got all the skills. Love that he fits into the 4-player rotation. Some teams use it. Some people don't. Some teams don't. It doesn't work well for you. They play different rotations. There's all kinds of different plays you can play the game of polo. On this team, it's been that, they've used the 2 10-goalers in the middle a lot. So you've seen the rotation from Mikey and from Facundo. They've done a great job. Sometimes Facundo in the front, sometimes Mikey in the front. Here we go.
A little bit too steep. That ball was intended again for Cassette. They got lucky, but now they maybe can. Obregon put the finishing touch. No, he will leave that one for Cassette. Well, I think Gonzalito Pierres' mallet got a piece of that.
Went off of something.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if Gonza was trying to save it or if it just wasn't much room in here. This was actually a good ball to leave. I don't know if he left that on purpose or not, but Gonza almost saved it. You're right. And you're not, Gonza, here you go. You're going to get a great look at this on the end zone cameras. Keep an eye on Gonzalito's mallet right here. Look at this ball. It's going to come right out, and Gonzalito, almost got a piece of it.
So Sapo Cassette picking up his second, one from a penalty spot, now from an open goal. So they are coming back strong here. Globalport now on the move. And this is, I'm sure, something which Audi anticipated. So let's see how they respond and how they react with their strategy, because they are also getting a lot further now into, and a lot more often into, Audi territory. On the boards, Facundo Obregon, he's got a bit of traffic in the form of Gonzalito Pierres, but Sapo Cassette will take care of that. There is the pass up to the front door. Mikey Romero try to center that a little bit more. Paco opens his shoulder, sends a nice little backhand towards the goal, towards the boards. Gonzalito Pierres will pick it up and run with it. He's got Sapo Cassette right behind. Yeah, little deflection, turned around, and watch this ball go slightly out to the left here by Polito Pierres. Oh no, it's still in play. Still in play as Sapo puts up his third goal of this chukker.
Yeah, this is a great ball. You thought it was going to go off the field by the way he hit it, but he just laid it in there, knowing he saw Sapo. And this is when things get rolling in the World Polo League, and that's what we talk about. When you get players already moving, watch Sapo if you see him to the inside, or you might be, oh, this is Sapo right here. But if you see the other footage from the drone there, you can see how Sapo was already moving. So he knew all he needed to do. Polito would just lay it in there in the 30-yard line, and Sapo would put it away. So that's the end of our second chukker. And stay with us. We'll be right back for our third chukker.
We're here at the Santa Rita Polo Farm where the PTF Polo ASSN Junior Tournament is being held for the first time ever at this location. And I mean, could you get a more beautiful venue? Probably not. The tournament includes players of all ages, starting with the youngest at just 2 years old and the oldest at 20 years old. So you've got all ages, all skill levels, and a whole lot of fun. Let's go check it out.
It reminds me of my days when I was in that position playing the kids tournament, and for us it meant the world. So I'm very happy to be here supporting my son and other kids as well, because I think they really enjoy this, and for them it's even more important than for us probably playing the 26 or the 22.
Well, that's a wrap on the PTF Polo ASSN Juniors Tournament at the Santa Rita Polo Farm. So much incredible talent coming up through the ranks. The future is certainly bright for the sport of polo. Now, for more information on the PTF, head to polotraining.org. And, of course, head to Chukker TV for all of our awesome content, including full game broadcasts.
Welcome back to CTV Sports. We're in our third chukker of play here. And, well, again, now the game's starting to heat up.
It is indeed. Remember, Audi coming in very strong. It was a 2-0 at the end of that first chukker. So 2 unanswered goals there by Globalport. But they went from 0 to 4, scoring 4 times. 1 goal more than Audi. But all Audi players now on the score sheet. Mark Ganzi picking up a goal. Gonzalito Pierres and, of course, Paco de Narvaez all now on the score sheet. So despite the fact that Globalport won that second chukker by 4 goals to 3, they are still down by 1. You join us now here for the final chukker of the first half, the score being 5 goals to 4 in favor of Audi. And it has been a very, very open, aggressive, offensive, more than aggressive game, I should say, because we've had very little really in the form of whistles and fouls. Remember, those stats will be coming up on your screen right after this chukker. But now Globalport very much looking initially for that equalizer. That ball, it was going towards goal, had a deflection, had to Castagnolo will pick it up and turn it around. And let's see what play, if there is a set play, he's got up his sleeve. He will leave that one for Paco de Narvaez. He will drill that one down straight through the center. Good pick up here now by Gonzalito Pierres. Gonzalito, Mark will try and clear the way for him. Sapo Cassette came back as well. A little bit of a bouncing ball. Gonzalito will work this one on the near side. In comes Facundo Obregon, and I think we might get a whistle on that one, Dale.
All right, so that's going to go stop the clock here. And we'll take a good look at this one as they turn the corner. It gets loose there is Gonzalito. And a nice ride off there, but right there, you see that blocking foul. You see how a player comes from left to right. Remember, player following the ball has got control of the ball. And so that's ball. This was, well, they're on the way to goal here, so they're going to get the open goal penalty too. It'll be our first open goal penalty 2 of the day.
So Audi, once again able to inflate that cushion. Currently just the 1 goal separating the 2, but I'm pretty sure that will change after. Doesn't really matter who takes this. Could be Mark, but this time it will be Gonzalito Pierres. And there it is, no mistake. So Gonzalito picking up his 2nd goal of the game, penalty 2. And as I said, 6 goals to 4. Audi again in a comfortable position. Come back to the halfway line. A little under 6 minutes played, so they're not holding back here with the goals, Dale, are they?
No, they're keeping on track. As I said, remember, both these teams are goal-scoring machines. And once they get rolling, they're never out of it. Never, ever going to be out of this game because they can be down by 4 goals, you know, with a couple, 2 or 3 minutes left and still come back and score that many as they can move the ball. Nice pass right here as Polito now is going to face up here. Gonzalito's going to come back and help him. And that's just a good read by Gonza to come out there. And now you get, wow, you get a play going on here where they come together and then another appeal. So we'll see how they handle this. Let's see what happens here. Looks like that ball went between Gonzalito's horse's legs. And then you can see a Polito peeling there. So we'll see how they handle this. They talk it out. Definitely talking. You see them talking about the appeal and see them umpires' body language there. But they'll go ahead and look at this. Remember, each team has a challenge left here in the 3rd chukker. They didn't use any challenges yet, so very important time. And we've seen some amazing challenges this year. We talk a lot about the risk-reward matrix, you know. We're big fans of the way we break it down of 3rd chukker and 6th chukker challenges, unless you're 120% right, of course, remember. And remember, always trying to save a goal shot penalty.
Of course. Make
sure you're saving something out of it. And this is probably going to go against him because I think this ball, the way he gets hit right back to Gonza. So I don't have a foul against Gonzalito. And you might get a foul on the appeal. Yeah. So that's what you're going to get here. And now you might be getting this. Okay, so there you go. So we're right on it. There was no foul in the play. You had an appeal. That was a foul from center. And now you're going to get unsportsmanlike conduct. And they're going to move it to a 4.
So things getting slightly heated under the collar here right before the end of the first half. And, well, we've seen.
And remember, in the World Polo League, the umpires have the ability on sportsmanlike conduct to move the ball as needed. That's all.
Yeah.
So they moved the ball to center on the 1 appeal, just on the mallet appeal, and then I guess we had unsportsmanlike conduct, so they moved it up 1-4, and didn't think it needed to be moved anymore. It's all up to how the umpires want to deal with it. And they're going to go ahead, and this one's going to be wide. So we'll go ahead and get a knock in here for Globalport.
And Paco de Narvaez will send it back. Oh, that's a very nice pass, and he's done that a few times already. And Gonzalito will pick up his 2nd in the chukker, his 3rd overall. And all of a sudden, that 3-goal cushion, once again, for Audi, 7 goals to 4.
Yeah, Paco's a selfish polo player. You know, just always looking to work for somebody else. And he is such an intelligent polo player. he's one of those old school guys that knows that the ball goes faster than the horse. You know, a lot of the new school guys, they want to carry the ball down the field. But, you know, really, if you move the ball, you get space. And Gonzalito Piedras, he knows it too. And again, Gonza already on the move with that beautiful pass from Paco. Here we go.
Sapo will probably not get to it in time. Paco will get there first, clear it. Tries to, oh no, that didn't clear far enough. Now then, Sapo, all very quickly in comes Hector Castagnota. Barely gave Sapo time to blink, but that ball will, as you can see, go out of bounds, so that we will have the first change of possession of the game.
And that ball might have gone out inside the 60. So we'll see exactly where. I think so. Yeah, you can see right there umpire Schwartz looking across at probably Estevan, the other umpire, second mounted umpire, checking to see where the 60-yard line is, because it can be a little difficult to see. And they'll drop that ball. So it's going to be one shot at the ball. So it could be a shot at goal or it could be a pass. And we're going to use our courtesy change right now.
So 3:28 on the clock. Here you see a very good image there of Sapo Cassette.
I love our end zone footage.
Yeah.
All season long here at the World Polo League. It's been so much fun. We get up close and personal to the players and their trainers. Actually showcasing the trainers also and the grooms that take care of all the horses and all the managers. There's so much that goes on, like a pit crew in NASCAR, or as you say, Formula One.
Yeah, Formula One, which of course is also takes place.
Formula One's probably the biggest in the world, isn't it?
It is.
Is it bigger than NASCAR?
Of course it is.
Is it? I think NASCAR is actually the largest spectator sport.
I thought the Super Bowl is.
Not actually in there. I think they put more
actually,
people at a NASCAR.
okay.
Yeah, I mean, all around the world watching on TV, but actually live, people at they're watching it live.
That could be. That could easily be.
You know, they get like a couple 100,000.
Okay.
Number, I just got it because you know why? Our IRO Steve Lane, third man, is a NASCAR fan.
Yeah.
And these ears that I wear in the studio, they tell me a lot of things, and I just got the feedback that NASCAR is the #1 spectator sport.
Well, I know because the way Steve drives, he very often uses the 441 as a NASCAR circuit.
Yeah, well, he does drive. He is a NASCAR style driver, but he loves that NASCAR. He's a country boy. But it's a great sport. But what we talk about it is there's just so much that goes on. And, you know, with the grooms and the trainers, preparing these beautiful four-legged athletes to get to play, you know, 7-8 minutes. You know, they can split them up now with the courtesy change. You can get 9 minutes out of a horse. And that's one thing a lot of the players do love about the courtesy change also. Gives them a lot of players are playing really their top horses at the beginning, and then arresting them a couple of chukkers, bringing them in the middle, and then playing them again at the end.
Exactly.
And the horses do very well. And as you can see, they all look just amazing. Such a top line of horses here. Okay, he's going to go for it here because it was inside the 60. A one-time shot. Sapo, just off to the right.
So, 3:20 left to play. Audi, so far, have ticked are in the process of ticking a very, very important box, which is to win the first half of this semi-final. Remember, we've got our second semi-final coming up straight afterwards here on CTV Sports. Dazos Lafay against defending champions Pampa Norte Biotricity. And let's see now if Globalport can, which they did so well in chukker number 2, where they outscored Audi with 4-3. At the moment, they're down by 2. If they can still, with remaining just over 2.5 minutes, can turn this around.
Nice ball right here, but well done on the good defense there by Sapo. Good read by Gonzalito. It's like Audi's getting to a lot of balls on the loose ball plays. Good work there by Facundo Obregon to get Paulito loose. Oh, but this is what happens. See, when you get one of these broken plays in this league, you need to watch out. Now Teta taking on 3 players. They finally see, look at Paco just gets in there and helps out. Then, shot on goal. And I don't know if that bounced off of Paulito or not.
I think it did.
But if it did, they haven't stopped the game yet. No. So, no, he's right back in it. Okay. So might have just went off of him a little bit.
Into the corner Castagnola trying to work it hard. In comes the challenge from Pierres. Cassette will pick this one up now then. A day at the races, and it's going to be Polito Pierres. Solid touch. Solid second touch. 3-4. And then on the near side, he just overcooked it ever so slightly, but he did have the pressure on from Paco de Narvaez. Unlucky there for Polito Pierres.
Oh yeah, but he hasn't had any breakaways. We haven't seen one true breakaway on either team.
No.
And this ball's going to go get knocked out of bounds by Audi. Audi, they're claiming that he was blocked, and now they still have a challenge here. So with 128, you might get used. We'll see if they use it or not. We are going to get a safety. We'll see if they decide to use it. I mean, they're talking about it. I don't know why they wish one use it anyways. I'm not 100% sure. Let's see. You have the ability. Let's see if they play that back. I don't know if they're going to go ahead and they're not going to use a challenge, so they're going to go ahead and give them the 60. So maybe the thing more important as maybe they were okay. Where that play was. I mean, I think they're better off not using a challenge here. We'll see what they decide. I don't know what they're going to do. We'll see if they're going to use the challenge. So we will see. We'll let the IRO take a look at this one. He'll look at the actual way the ball was moving. Was there space between the area that Polito and the ball was? And we'll get word from our IRR. He'll take a look at it. Remember, he can look at it from all the different angles.
Yeah, it was. No?
I don't know. Did you see what happened? See, Polito got a big smile on his face. Pretty comfortable right here.
So.
And it looks like they are going to get the
safety.
The 60. So
yeah.
you're well, it almost knocked out of the air. So we will check with our IRO, see if it was a challenge or just a trigger. And they challenged it, and hey, I got to tell you, baseball we saw here, it kind of looked like Paco kind of rode over towards Polito. There was room for him to go try to save that ball, so I think it was a great call here by the IRO. And so no foul on the play, so that's why he had the opportunity.
Now then, last few seconds of play.
And also, on the far end, but just I didn't mean to interrupt you there, but also Paco had to go offside on that, so here they come again together. Right at the end,
Yeah.
And back and forth on this final. Whoa! They come together there. And let's see if this is before now watch, they come together here, so they pull out, but watch this. Now when it's after the horn, so they're going to go ahead and right here, boom, we always have two guys come together and then the back shot. So something, they'll look at that one and check it out. And so we'll go ahead and go to our stats. And here you go, as 7-5, and it's been a very tight game. Shots on goal, we thought that would be very close, as you have, 9-8. And then knock-ins right there. Look at good shooting by both teams. Only 3 knock-ins for Audi and two by Globalport. So that means Audi's only missed a goal 3 times and Globalport only twice. Throw-ins, very even, 6 and 7. Fouls committed, though. Audi's got to clean it up a little bit. 7 fouls is too many because, you want to try to keep that down, at least around a 3 and 4 early. And 4 by Globalport, so well by them. And then 2 and 2 scored. So, pretty good what a first half we've had here. And I know we captured some amazing footage on our broadcast this season. What did you think about it?
Dale, this season has been absolutely phenomenal. I mean, if I just look at the numbers here, 6 10-goalers, 2 9-goalers, 5 8-goalers, 6 7-goalers, and then another 4 6-goalers. The passion, the enthusiasm, the emotions both on and off the field. But why don't we take a look?
Wow. That's all I got to say. Well, that's the first time we've seen it. So I got goosebumps. What can I say? I mean, you want the essence of the World Polo League, man. That is everything right there. Amazing, just amazing. The energy, the feeling, like you said, the passion, the speed. You can just see just everything about the game of polo, let alone the World Polo League. What a level. I mean, unbelievable, yeah.
Absolutely. And then if you look at the looks on their faces, you know, the expressions, the fields, the crew, you know, it's yeah, you kind of don't want it to stop, you know.
It's wanted to go on and on and on. I was so caught up in it. It was really amazing, unbelievable, and I hope you feel the same way we did. Please let us know how you feel about it. The World Polo League has been just made our fifth season, and amazing job here by the CTV crew. I got to tell you, our drone pilot, all of our videographers, everything that goes into it. Congratulations. We got to give some love there. There is a team of people behind us to do everything to make us look good, make the whole sport just grow. And it's so fun being a part of it here at CTV Sports. So, man, I'm about to cry.
I know.
That was cool.
And it's not even over. We still have, obviously, a game to go here in this first of our two semi-finals. And, of course, it all comes to a big head on Saturday, day after tomorrow, when we will have when we will crown the champion or the winner of the Triple Crown of Polo. Remember, Pampa Norte, defending champions, will be up after this game in our second semi-final. So it's not over yet. And Dale, of course, when we've had the final on Saturday, any idea where we're going to be this time next week?
Yeah, vamos a la playa, as they say. Down to South Beach. So if you haven't got your ticket, get on it now because it is the go-to event. I mean, they've been talking about it since January. People call me all the time and ask about it. It has turned into just an amazing event. South Beach is, what can you say? Hot, hot, hot. And the energy down there. So, but we have a second half that we need to bring to you. What a first half it was. Audi here in their black jerseys. A good shot of Heta Casanola, one of the 10-goalers that Jan was talking about, that brings the energy and the heat here in the World Polo League. And he's playing with Mark Ganzi at 1 goal. Heta Casanola at 10 goals right here. Gonzalito Pierez on 9 goals. And Paco de Nevada playing on 6 goals. And they're playing against Global, or 26-goal team, Globalport. Mikey Romero, one of our newest sponsors, coming in from the Philippines, playing Polito Pierez on 10 goals. Mikey, an A-rated player. Polito Pierez on 10 goals. Sapo Cassette on 10 goals. Facundo Obregon on 6 goals. They're a 26-goal team. And at the moment, it is 7-5. And when we left our third chukker, we left on a penalty. And we'll see what the umpires worked out on it because 2 players came together. Now, it was a penalty that they can look at, they can trigger because of the contact with the mallets and everything that went on there. So they'll look at it. And remember, at the end, well, the Globalport team did not use a challenge in the first half. Audi did. At the end, they lost their challenge. Polito hit a great penalty 6 to get them within 2 goals. So we have a tight match going on here.
We do indeed. And Globalport, well, they won chukker number 2, as you said, 4 goals to 3. But so far, it is still Audi, I would say, with a slight edge here. 2 goals in the first, 2 goals in the third. Only the 1 goal in the third chukker there from Globalport. They need to try and do what they did in the second chukker, where they scored a total of 4 goals. Sapo said picking up his hat-trick. And maybe also, Dale, I don't know what you think of this, but maybe get Facundo Obregon involved a little bit more.
Yeah, he's kind of been in the middle, but usually, remember how this team works. They usually use Facundo in there, bumping and grinding, as you can say, making the hooks, making the bumps, trying to free up the 2 10-goalers, and that's worked very well for him, and Mikey's been a big part of that too. You are going to get riding into the stroke here. So 2 players came together at the end there, and it was Polito with the back shot and Heta coming in. And so they went ahead and gave that penalty 5A to Globalport. And away we go. And it's going to start out fast and furious. Gonzalito Pierez on the move. Gonza once. Gonza twice. Gonza 3 times, my lady. He's not going to finish that. He'll finish that one off every time. Gonzalito.
So a good way to start the second half here. Kind of what they did in that first half. Remember, Heta Castagnola picking up the first 2 goals of that chukker. So Audi restores that 3-goal advantage, 8 goals to 5, but it is still early doors here in chukker number 4.
Yeah, Gonzalito turned it on, and as we said, we've seen a very good balance here with Audi. 1 goal by Mark, 2 by Heta, 4 by Gonzalito, and 1 by Paco. So everybody's doing their job. If the number 3 is scoring that many goals, that means he's just cherry picking. Now, one of those was a penalty too. But with 3 goals from the field for Gonzalito Pierez, which means he's very comfortable in the middle of the field. And you're going to get everybody ducking and diving here. You'll get a whistle on the play. As you got a player riding in from behind. Actually trying to clear out, but riding in from behind. You'll see right here, right there. And that... and you have a player turn across, but a number of different things going on there. Mikey was trying to move out, and Gonza took the ball to right. So you'll go ahead and have a penalty 5A. It'll be Castanola.
Quickly taken. Still a good 6 minutes left to play here in chukker number 4. And that's a great ball up to Paco de Narvaez. And that's an even better ball up to the Cobra. Just a one-touch Polo. This is what Audi have been doing all season long. A little fumble off the post, and it goes out of bounds. How unlucky can you get? Because it looked like such a great play.
Nah, this is just good D, I think, Jan, by Mikey. Romero, you got to give it up. Good second effort, because this is just brilliant passing by Audi. And the Cobra was out in front, and Mikey just did not give up, and he kind of rode over the top of it, and his horse kicked it back. So good save there, good second effort by Romero.
Once again, it'll be the number 2, Polito Pierres. Looking for someone to play it to. Well, yeah, he saw that nice move here from Sapo Cassette going at a nice little gallop. Will pick that ball up again, just the one touch. Stops, turns, allowing his attackers to get back in situ. There is that long ball into the red zone, and nice little backhand attempt there from Romero to try and keep the ball in play. Bit unlucky that he didn't get a piece of that. Would have liked to have capitalized on the fact that they got so far deep into the Audi half. But now Audi have possession. And a knock-in will come from Heta Castagnola.
Yeah, keeping the rhythm here. You still, I think Audi's in a bit of better rhythm than Globalport. You know, they're still trying to get it worked out. But as I said, when they do, broken play. You know what happens when that happens in this league. And Palito working it in here. And stoppage of the play, and you can see why.
Pierres versus Pierres.
And Pierres gets Pierres. He's like the two cousins, El Primo. This is El Primo. But I think you're probably going to get riding under the stroke here, as Paulito just being a sportsman right there. Gonzalito getting a little too close. And then he said, you grab his reins there. And you'll get the open goal here. So just bad luck.
Yeah.
Paulito, though, he's arguably one of the best guys in the world when it comes to that short game.
Yes.
Yeah,
he is.
Everyone has their strength, and one of his strengths is when he's got the short play where he's controlling it inside the 60, and definitely he demonstrates everything. I mean, he's just been demonstrating the big long ball lately. So, and they put him down to 9 goals.
Yeah.
He's going to be at 9 goals still, because, however they got that came across on that, I'm not 100% sure. I'm not on any of those committees, but this guy, he's just, 9-10s. I look at them all pretty evenly, Here comes Sapo on the open goal penalty, too, and dead center, and he's been 100% today.
Yeah,
well done, Sapo.
Picking up his 4th of the game. So, still all to play for. Just shy of 4 minutes. And it looks like the players will go off and have their courtesy change here in maybe they're just coming.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they stopped the clock there. We'll check on that, because I'm pretty sure they did. Because what they've been doing to help out the teams, like there's one team shooting a penalty. I think Audi went off the change. Makes sense. Speeds, keys the game up. So we'll just still check on that just to make sure. Horton says we're going to clean up the lineup a little bit here, looking for that 5 yards in between. They always want an advantage on that on the scrum, as they call it, the bowling. They face off in hockey, bowling and polo, and then those bowlings are a big bowling. It was pretty even in the first half on the bowlings. Sapo, Heta, Sapo, going at it here. And then we'll get a whistle.
Yeah, what did Horton Schwetz see on that one? We'll have another look at it on the replay here. Ball came off. Pierres. So, how did you see that one, Dale?
You got me. They came together there, so I think I called against Heta. On uneven ride-off. Okay, so there you go. Yeah, you can see how they were uneven. I just wasn't sure when they spun around. But they're going to call an even ride-off. So they'll just drop it from the spot. Nobody moving anywhere. No one going anywhere. So 5A. And now we're seeing a little different. It's Facundo. So we're seeing a little different play here. You want to get him more in the game, Jan, where you're getting them now. And I think he should definitely be doing all of those dead ball plays. I would, and get these guys up in front. You want these two boys right there shooting at the goal. You know what I mean? Nice. You want the 10 goalers up front. Well done, Sapo.
Yeah, cracking goal here. Look at that.
But it starts again with Facundo. You know?
Yeah.
It gives them options. Well done, Polito. That's just a great little play, and then they read each other so well. That's what we've noticed with this Globalport team, and having Sapo, and they played together. Remember, I was sat in every Sunday. We've been having a special guest, polo player from the World Polo League, sit in, and we want to thank everybody who's been in here. I was in with Jan. Jan's had a couple, and then Jan goes to the field on Saturday, Sunday, so you can entertain the live audience. And Paulito, he said that, they played together in England.
Yes.
So they know each other pretty well.
So 2-minute mark coming up, and just one goal in it after two nice goals here from Sapo Cassette. Just the one from Gonzalito Pierres for Audi. So this could possibly be the second chukker that could go in favor of Globalport. But I'm sure they'd like to not just win the chukker, but get the equaliser. I think that's much more important. There you see that footage once again. Left behind.
And you're right in from behind. Now, was Mark free downfield? This is what they're going to talk about here. And you know what I just noticed, Jan, is they are switching the horses up now. Because look at this. Here's Paulito with 1:50. He switched during the Kersey change. He's switching again with 1:52 left. This is going to come down to horsepower at the end. We will see with a tight match like this, 8-7. They're going to it's going to be interesting here at the end. We're going to see a lot of changing. They're going to use the Kersey change, but you're going to see some changes before the Kersey change here in the second half and after the Kersey change. And you'll probably see some of those horses come back.
Well, that horse that we just saw, there he is again. Polito Pierre is on. That looks like a real machine. She's raring to go. So,
see, we did have Mark downfield.
Yeah.
So that's instead of going to center, they're going to move that down to the 60. And Heta, 100% today. 1 for 1, I guess. Hadn't had many.
No.
Well, great job, Globalport. We talked about it halftime during the halftime stats. It was Audi that they had 7 fouls, and Globalport only had 3?
Yep.
3 or 4?
3. Yeah.
So that's his
safety seat. A 4, a 6, and a 2.
Very clean polo. Well, the 6 will be more of a possession. So, an actual foul, as the fouls that we put on the stats. So, whoa.
Now, ring a bell, Dale?
Yeah, you'll see, but it looks like this one's going to be wide.
Couldn't have been much in it.
It comes across, or it could be hard to read sometimes. Sometimes you got to slow it down. Like you said earlier, we thought so one is a little bit off, but they always have the ability to trigger if need. This one's wide, 8-7. Here we go, 1:20. 1 on the clock.
Intercepted and turned around quickly by Pierres. This time Gonzalito can't control it. Sapo. He will quickly chip that one. He thought he was going to chip that one through to Facundo. But Paco de Narvaez, he will send it out. Oh, well, he tried to. Gonzalito once again on the move. Nice pick up here now on the near side. Gets it over the halfway line. Good stick work here from the 9-goaler. Here comes the under the neck. Well, the attempted under the neck. Sapo gets it just before Heta Castagnola sends it out to the board. So once again, The boys in green have possession. Globalport. Polito. Looking for Sapo. It's a little bit short. Castagnoli came nicely in between. And we'll turn things around here just beyond the halfway mark. Still Heta. Castagnola. Looks like he might just want to run this one in himself. Yeah, a bit of a hole in his mallet there. Now then, the Cobra. Slightly wrong-footed. Sapo Cassette trying to tee it up, but he's given it to Paco. That just, well, he gave it and he gave it away. He got it and he gave it away. And now we have a whistle. Yeah, look at him on that.
He got up on the handlebars there for Kundo. He's good, though. Shows his athletic ability. But, yeah, they come in here, and I think Mikey might even be on this one. You know, I mean, they all spin around there. But that's going to end the chukker anyways, so we'll let the umpires work that one out. That'll be the end of our 4 chukkers, so stay with us as we'll be back for our 5th chukker play of the 2023 World Polo League Triple Crown Pole Semifinal number 1.
Foot golf, it's a kind of life, and also it's a combination about golf and football.
So I got into sport through social media. Someone approached me on Twitter and said, "Have you tried it?" I'd never heard of it at that point. So I went to my local course and tried it and just completely fell in love with the game.
This is not as easy as it looks on your body. It's a lot of kicking. We don't normally kick this many hard kicks in soccer.
For me, this and the U.S. Open are the 2 top U.S. tournaments. It's something we all look forward to every single year.
Great fun, and I think everyone would enjoy it when they try it. You can't not have fun.
When you set goals at the start of the season and you're able to achieve them at the end of the year, I think I can speak for everyone and say when we set goals and we make the sacrifices that we make, which a lot of people don't see, and then it all comes to fruition, it's a good feeling.
I literally live, breathe foot golf.
The taqueria has all your polo needs, from the novice to the professional. We carry all of our equipment in multiple grades to fill a price point to suit the individual.
Well, welcome back, everybody, to our 5th chukker of our first semifinal. And, you know, Yan, I was going to take you to lunch today, but we are going to go back-to-back.
We are.
You know that? You know where I was going to take you?
Tell me.
I was going to take you to Buffalo Wild Wings.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because we could watch the replay of this game, and that would have been a lot of fun.
Well,
also, we could have got you some wings. Well, I know you love those wings.
Well, why don't you take me after the second game then, Dale?
We'll do that. We'll go after the second game. We can watch both of the semifinal replays because you can watch all the polo there. See TV Sports on all the TVs there now with Buffalo Wild Wings. And, of course, only like a couple miles here from the studios, but over on 441. And so make sure you stop on into Buffalo Wild Wings and, tell them you're representing the World Polo League.
No, I look forward to that, Dale. Thank you very much. After you forgot to get me a Valentine's Day present, I'll gladly take the invitation for you to take me to Buffalo Wild Wings.
Okay, perfect. I know you love those wings.
I do, especially that really, really hot sauce.
Yeah. Actually, Mike does, our executive producer. I've seen him. He loves that hot sauce. Woo! But their sauces are amazing. They make all their sauces themselves. Okay, could be going for 2 here. Ooh, he gets a hold of it.
Deflection coming off Gonzalito. And that could be a little bit of a break here for Audi as Paco de Narvaez will pick up that ball. Waits for the ricochet off the board. Look at that, perfectly timed. Now then, Castagnola follows through very nicely. And watch that ball there. What do you always say? That ball has got eyes. It certainly
that ball had eyes from the minute he hit it there. Minute he made contact again at a Frank, this ball had eyes that whole way. Look at that. That is a pretty shot. And that's just great coverage by everybody. Once again, I can't speak highly enough of all our film crew. everything they do. Look at that. Awesome. Great shot, great footage. And here you go, Audi with the 2-point lead. Do you think Global hasn't gotten that lead yet today, Yan?
No.
They haven't had a lead, so we'll see if I think Audi, they're going to keep that pressure on. Polito.
Well, they've got within one goal. Pierres can, he's another big hitter. Yeah. Out does cousin Gonzalito. Still, Polito Pierres trying to get in a situation where he can possibly take a shot. He will leave it for Sapo. Sapo out to the left. Avoids the challenge coming in from the Cobra. Still Sapo trying to go around the outside. A half volley, if not a full volley. And that, well, that might have gone through. It's clear.
Yeah, that went off of Sapo's horse, I think.
Yeah.
But what a play by Sapo Cassette. Look at this half volley out of the air. I thought he was going to put it in the goal. It's actually going, and then right off the chest. But look at that half volley out of the air, full speed, cut shot, right in the middle of the goal. Great save by Heta. And you know what? Heta just had to hit it that way. He just didn't realize where Sapo was, but he had to concentrate on that ball because it was 2 inches going in. So they get a break here. It's going to be Sapo
for the equalizer. Can he get round the outside of Paco? Well, he slightly overcooked it. Paco saw it, felt it coming. Good defensive play once again here by the 6-goaler. The Cobra going up. Ball still in play. A little near side forehand shot, but just not far enough, not deep enough for the Cobra to pick up. So Globalport, still very much chasing that equalizer. Now Mikey Romero going up. Long ball, and that could be... no, it's gone wide.
Ooh. I would have thought I was going to pass that maybe to Mikey.
That's what I thought.
Good read. A good read, Yan. He was going there. He must have had a clean look at the goal. And Polito's been making them from there. We've seen a number of plays where Mikey's out there, and sometimes they just they're shooting at the goal. On the knock-in, the 1-2 over to Gonzalito, back to Heta. We've seen a lot of this here in the Triple Crown of Polo. Heta's got time right here. He'll slow it down. Now keeps it on the boards, and then it's back to Gonzalito, but the Cobra will get involved. Mark.
Yeah, good pickup here from the number 1. Working it very nicely down the boards, but he's going to have to come around the corner at some point and center that ball. Leaves that one there for Pierres. Pierres has Obregon coming in from behind. And I think that's where we're going to get the whistle, Dale.
Yeah, they called it. They called it one of them or either turn, either or. And remember, every team has a challenge here. Here in the second half, Mark works it down. Gonza goes in and slams on the brakes. He's getting ridden off right there. He gets ridden in from behind, and he turns. So, 2 fouls. They'll go with the first one. It'll be riding in from behind. And there's a good shot of Mark Ganzi. I love the Cobra shot in the earlier video. I'm telling you, man, I'm so blown away by the video.
Yeah.
I mean, he just captured the essence of the World Polo League so much, on and off the field, and just everything that goes on around it, and just the players, their horses, the fields. It's unbelievable, man. It's a great job. Like you said, it gave me chills. Did it?
Well, I got goosebumps on my goosebumps.
There you go. That means it was good.
It was very moving.
That was exciting. It sounds exciting. Yeah, it was good. Unbelievable. Can't wait to go back and watch it again.
I'd like to also, Dale, once again, talk about what a great support. We talked about the camera crew. We talked about the crew in here, but I'd like to also give a very special thank you to a very special lady by the name of Sharon Robb.
Right, 100%.
Who has been so...
We call her Mom.
We call her Mom, yeah. She's so instrumental. Another one of those... great people who are working behind the scenes, giving us all the research and information and all the up-to-date. So thank you, Sharon. I know you're watching. Thank you very much for your continuous support. You are a legend.
So much goes on around us. You can't say enough about everybody around us, Yan. The broadcast would not go on without everybody. And great team here at CTV Sports. So we send out love to everybody. All right, here we go. Opportunity, and it looked like Global was maybe going to get the opportunity for an equalizer, but now we get a open goal penalty shot. And after our courtesy change in the fifth, so everybody on different horses. And like I said, you're seeing a lot of switching here. So here comes Gondolito with the open goal penalty, 40-yard shot.
No mistake. His fifth goal, believe it or not, Dale, his fifth goal of the match. He's only one behind that of Sapo Cassette, who's currently got a total of 6 goals. So, Audi, once again, 2-goal advantage, and they're into double figures.
Another guy they put down from 10 to 9, and now he's been playing 11.
Yeah.
It happens. You know, I love Gondolito. I remember playing with him when he first came here to play. I actually played with him when he first came to play in the U.S.
Okay.
That was 4 goals. And a lot of fun. What a great captain. He was 9 goals then. On the move right now, Heta.
Yeah, can he get there before Sapo Cassette? Looks like he can't.
That's the way that you come from the side, make a ride-off underneath the swing legally in a great non-call by the Mount officials. On the move in the corner, Paco.
Turns it. Gives it to Castagnola. Clever play here. Now then, Heta. Yeah, I'm not sure he meant to do that. I think he wanted to run that one himself. Gives it back to Globalport over on the far side. Pierres leaves it for Cassette. Cassette needs to be a little bit quicker there because Paco came in. Well,
again, no, that's the same play, though. Coming from the side, you're allowed to come underneath the swing, rock and roll, let him play. Great non-call again, and the same man doing it twice. Sapo.
Ball is still alive. No, it's gone over the back line now. Look, 2 minutes left to play here. Penultimate fifth chukker.
I think we're in for a 6th chukker. It's going to be a good one. This whole game has been great. Second half is definitely fired up a little bit more as everybody digging down into the book with new plays, new horses. We're seeing all kinds of different strategy. And look at this. This mare can just mortally fly. Bad luck there. Oh, man. But at least he is right down there where he could get a new mallet. But I think that ball went off the field, right?
It did.
And his mallet head stayed on the field?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. There you go. So look at Mark. So Mark's going to give his mallet. If you notice that, the Cobra gave his mallet to Heta because they're not going to mess around here. Globalport's going to take a quick change of possession, and they might as well. They counted out the 8 seconds, so Mark gave his mallet to Heta, and he rode off the field and grabbed a new one. Well done. Good thinking.
And another whistle on the play here with just under a minute left to play in chukker number 5.
Yeah, Mark just made a 10-goal play.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. Look at Heta right there, getting a new mallet. Perfect timing. And we are going to get a penalty on the play. Let's see, this ball must have changed direction. Yeah, right there, and you can see the reach.
Yeah.
That ball's coming across the field there.
So a big opportunity here for Audi to take a 3-goal lead into, to avoid Globalport picking up a goal. We're getting within 1 goal of Audi's 10 goals to 8. And, well, you know what? I might actually be right. They might actually pick up that 3-goal lead if the Cobra can get the finishing touch on this play. Ganzi. Unlucky, very unlucky indeed, but they will probably run the clock down here with, as you can see, a little over 30 seconds left to play. So, once again, Audi winning a chukker, winning chukker number 5 with 2-1 over Globalport. The overall score, as you can see on your screens, 10-8. Make sure you join us when we come back here for the 6th and final chukker of our first semi-final of the Triple Crown of Polo 2023.
Okay, who will make it to the finals of the World Polo League Triple Crown of Polo 2023? And 10-8, 2-goal difference. Not enough to be comfortable.
No, absolutely not. But now it is also make or break time here. Time for Globalport to pull out all the stops, pull out all the the plans, the strategies. It's all got to come together now. They've been within a goal. I thought at one point they were actually going to get the equaliser, but Audi always good for a surprise.
Yeah, no, they've done a good job keeping that 2-goal spread a little cushion, you know. And but these teams are all been finishers, so we'll see. Can't go, you go back on it. Just Globalport, they're on 8 now. They scored 10. They scored 10 goals against Casablanca. They scored 12 goals. 11 goals when they got beat by Pampa Norte, and then 17 goals against Travieso. So they have the ability, like I said, to score goals. On the other side, Audi with 12 against Dos La Fe. And Audi also another 10, so they've been around that 10-13, you know. So they're right in mark right here. Their offense is intact. Both teams. It's just going to be horsepower now. Let's see who can finalize. As Heta will put this one into the center. Gonzalito, deep neck shot coming. Oh. Good block there by Facundo Obregon. Well done. Here comes picked up and controlled by Sapo.
Oh, that was very unlucky. Cassette will hand it over to Pierres. Pierres just...
Uh-oh.
Oh, now this could be an open goal shot here for the Cobra.
That is a great read by Mark. Yes, that is a great play. Again, the Cobra shooting that ball, knowing that, remember, the old line was going up and down the field. Watch where the old line was. The old line is going this way. So watch. Here's it, and watch when the Cobra comes back. The old line, they take it out, still going up down the field. He gets a shot on goal. And then he takes one shot. He does. That's why Paulito couldn't come in there and steal it, as that line was still going up down the field. So if he takes or dribble it, he gets ridden off, or he's got to deal with a 10-goaler. So shoot it. Well done. That's great thinking right there. That's now they got a cushion.
11 goals to 8, and clearly not the way Globalport thought or hoped that chukker number 6 would start.
Okay, so we are going to have whipping on a dead ball play, or using your whip when the ball is not in play. So they're going to go ahead and instead of having a bowl-in, and they probably had a warning earlier, because usually they use a warning on that. It is yeah, there was a warning earlier. And actually, I had a great discussion with Steve Lane about this. And, of course, Steve, our umpire manager and high-goal umpire himself, has written more rules and been involved in so many different parts of the game of polo. And, again, it is subjective, based on it. So, how hard you do it, when you do it, things like that. And I didn't realize that at first. And they went through the procedures. They gave a warning early. And so here we go. You might get your 2-point conversion. Whoa. Well, a good 1-4. Oh. And I got to go with the non-call here. I don't think Sapo's 100% on that line.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you there, Dale.
Based on the drone footage, I mean, he's 90, maybe 80, but not 100. And so I like the non-call.
And Audi very quickly taking that ball downfield, but looks like we do have a late whistle here now.
Yeah, see, they might be arguing that play, but I don't know if we can go all the way back. Let's see. I don't think there's anything. Oh, unless they're calling that. Let's see if they are. Yeah. Now they're talking about the one down on the air. I don't know if we could go back. If I guess we go back that far, but it just they're going to get control of it here. Let's see. Okay, watch this play right here. Okay, and see how he's not. That ball's going on an angle though. It's going on like a 45-degree angle.
Yes,
he's riding up and down the field.
Yeah.
So you need to be 100% on that line, and that's why there was a non-call there. I just think it's a great call. Don't get me wrong; it's about as tight as it gets.
Yeah, I was
and you got to give it up to the mountain officials. But I could tell you that I know they're probably known being an umpire professionally. You've been umpire. They were in a perfect position to read that play.
Yeah.
So ball's going to go back to Globalport. And here we go on the penalty 5A on the right-of-way violation. And it's still mucho tiempo, man. A lot of time. Let's see what happens.
Now eyes. Oh, nicely done. Into the path of Mark Ganzi. But again, a hook coming from Sapo Cassette. Globalport have possession once more. Then Mikey Ramiro in front of goal. Ramiro, a bouncing ball. Very unlucky. And then even the finishing touch there from, well, 3 players. First it was Obregon. Then it was Pierres. Unable to find that little gap of those 24 feet.
Yeah, they come in here like this, and this is running and gunning, and I guess, they played the non-call there. You say Mikey got out in front, then they all come together right there. And so you are going to get a safety out of it. Okay, now remember, both teams saw their challenges here in the 6th and final chukker, so if needed. And they have been very solid. And here you go. As I told you, a lot of switching going on before the Kersey changes, after the Kersey changes. Here's a change by Heta before the courtesy change. Beautiful looking mare here. Look at the confirmation on this one. Wow. Unreal. And you're going to see a lot of switching around, as I said. They're going to still they'll still have their courtesy change, but you're going to see changes before the courtesy changes, after the courtesy change, based on how the score is.
Well, Dale,
and it looks like Sapo. They've been switching around here. Sapo's been the man. Well, no, I mean, Polito, he hit the 6. So, and Polito hit a 4. Those are both 60-yard shots. So, I guess it's just who's feeling it right now, and I guess it's going to be Sapo. And now it's very close. Wow. Yes.
I'm going to call it in.
Yeah, that looked like it was in too, so.
An important goal here for Sapo Cassette to pick up this safety. So a goal apiece, back to that 2-goal advantage. And as you said, Dale, a lot of time it's going to come down to exactly these sort of breakaway plays here. Possession, of course, paramount now. Then Castagnola turns it, picks it up. Under 4.5 minutes left to play. Castagnola getting another foul in favor of Audi.
A right-of-way violation. Now, ball placement. This play gets turned around right here by Heta. You got a lot of space to get over right there, though. We're going to have the reaching call and then falling over the right-of-way after the play. So now, where will they take this one? Oh, wow. So, yeah, 2 players open downfield. And, well, maybe that's why Facundo was going for it. There's so many guys downfield. He's saying, hell, Hefty hits this one down there. We're giving away a goal anyways. It might not be a bad foul, to tell you the truth. make him hit the three, because with that many players downfield, and if he was caught up to be one of the last guys, and he knew how many people were free down there, it could have been an easy, might be a smart, play, or at least go for it and see if you can get, maybe he had enough distance to get away with it. But they are going to get the open goal 3. And they have been 100% from the penalty line today. It's been Gonzalito hitting the penalties. Now they're going to go back to the Cobra.
No mistake.
Cobra got ice in his veins, man. You know what I mean? Especially when you didn't take one all day game. Now you're taking it in you got a big old smile on his face. I guarantee you do. He didn't take one the whole game, and now he steps up. He takes one. Yeah. I mean, Gonzalito took the one in the third, with one in the fifth, and now he throws a penalty 3? Or he must have said, hey, listen, I'm going to take it. Well done.
So 2-1 then at the moment. Audi in the lead here in chukker number 6 overall. Once again by 3 goals, 12-9. They've got the full dozen. They've got possession. That's going to land once again with a bit of a backspin. Nothing Mark could have done on that play. Paco de Narvaez trying to do something with it now on the break. Oh, yeah, once again, Castagnola coming in very early, but he, I think, will get caught with his hand.
Yeah, this is the same similar play as that we saw earlier. And if you watch this ball right here, watch this ball as it comes up. It's going like this, and you got players shooting across that way. So, no different than the play we saw with Facundo Obregon. That one might have been a little tighter, maybe a little easier to call. Shot of the Cobra here, getting off that mare. Now you're going to have your Kersey change. There's Camacho. Perez, as I was talking about earlier, Camacho playing in the World Polo League for Casablanca, but he works as a pilot also to ride. Mark's always traveling, very busy with his businesses, and all of the sponsors, most of them have a professional pilot, that are tuning those fine animals up to play. When they are in town, of course, Mark will practice the horses and play them, but otherwise when they are traveling, then Camacho will. So he's always there at the games when he's not playing against them. I guess at least he knows that Camacho knows what the horses can do, so he's ready for that. But oh wow, man, I'm surprised that maybe they wanted to. I don't know. They challenged that call. I don't know. Well, I guess they thought maybe, I don't know, that maybe, I'm not sure yet, with 3:26 left, if Global makes a run on them here, they might need that challenge at the end. It seemed like a pretty easy call based on the last call. If anything, I would have challenged the ball placement. You know? They gave him an open goal there.
Yeah. Audi on the break.
But
it's going to be short-lived.
Oh, that was
now then, Castagnola.
That was a 4.
Castagnola over to the boards. That will jump out of the boards. Yeah, he's not
Was that
happy.
just a penalty 4 they hit there?
Yes.
Oh? Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, wait, are you kidding me? So that makes sense.
You're thinking about them wings, aren't you? Though?
Yeah, I was still thinking about those wings at Buffalo Bunny. I'm going to take you to after the game. But, so they're going to lose their challenge. That'll be the one step here that Globalport has the advantage. But they need a few goals. They have the time.
Under the neck, but was there a foul a little bit earlier? The umpires may have just had a bit of a slow whistle on that. Oh, no, hang on. What's Horton Schwartz is suggesting there?
Oh, you're probably going to get, you might get you're going to get a helicopter. Keep an eye on it. Watch right there.
Yeah.
In the back, 3 of them.
Yeah.
So that they've been very consistent on that. As I told you, remember they warned Polito at the beginning of the game, and I think they've given out 2 or 3 more. But they need to watch out here because they don't want to get this moved to a goal shot penalty. They're still in this. And as I said, you're going to see a lot of switching. Polito changing up again here after the Kersey change. That ball will go to center. And will Heta go for the 2?
I'd like to see him try. I think if he did go for the 2 and scored, I think you might as well then call it game over. Well, there's that long ball. And it's going to go into the corner, back into the danger zone. Watch that ball down. My goodness. Did you see that?
Wow. A great combination, and that's a positive possession, and this is the perfect time to have it. Look at this open back shot. I don't know, what do you get? Open cut shot. Open whatever Gonzalito shot.
Wow.
That ball is hit 90 degrees with about 12 inches of goal to shoot at. Unbelievable. Gonzalito's played fabulous today.
No, he really has.
I mean, it's been a great team effort for Audi. As you got to, Paco, he does so much work. And, Heta's done a lot of work also. And Gonzalito just played off him great, and the Cobras stepped up when he's needed to. Here we go, though. Minute 16 left. Shot on goal there, overridden, backed out of there by Audi. And you're going to get him running and gunning and picked up here and taken by Overgone. And he's going to get one. Well done, Facundo. Nice shot right there. Time's going to click down on him here with a 3-goal lead. But this is just a brilliant shot by Facundo Overgone. Look, he sets up and just drops it in there. And he also had Polito. If he hit it back behind Polito, Polito was there to go and hit an open shot or a tail shot into the goal. But he just makes 2 unbelievable shots down here. And the clock goes tick, tick, tick. And that's going to go ahead and run it down here into your last 30 seconds. Audi will be staying away from the foul. But it's going to be picked up here by Mark. He'll carry it across the field. And, well, yeah, there you go.
Well, that, first of all, is a round of applause and congratulations for Team Audi. Remember, they have already got one title to their name, the Founders Cup. But here, first of all, now are your end-of-match stats.
Here you go, 13-10, shots on goal. Makes a little sense. Audi 60, but still very close. Knock-ins, very similar, very close again, 6-5. And then the throw-ins, that was close, 10-12. Fouls committed, that was even pretty close. I mean, 13-10. And penalty scored, though. And look at that, Globalport with 4, and Audi with 3. So just some great play there, team play by Audi, mixing it up very well. Actually, Globalport mixed it up very well. I've got to want to thank the Globalport team, especially Mikey Romero did been an amazing job. It's great having such a great sponsor here for the World Polito, Sapo, and Facundo. But Audi is headed to the final. So for Jan-Eric Frank, I'm Dale Schwetz, and I speak for everyone here at CTV Sports, where I say thank you for making us the leaders of Polo broadcasting. And remember, we're going to get ready for our second semifinal. And always remember, we love the Polo.